miss the old days of YouTube, to be honest, and I feel like I can get that on a platform where I don't need to compete with an algorithm, and I feel more free because I can be myself and not have to worry about videos being made about me.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Apologies, still a little bit poorly, but a lot better than I was yesterday and the day before. But whatever, if you didn't see my last video, this would mean absolutely nothing to anyone. But yeah, also just before I get started, I noticed on my last video, I did a community tab post about this. There's like this weird bot spam account that's basically like pretending to be me, trying to get people over to like sign up to a video, whatever. Anyway, if you see this, just ignore it, or even better, could you please just like click the little 3 buttons and just report it? Because obviously it's not me. I mean, literally it's not me. I don't think I call anyone dearest. It's not me. So if you get anything like that, it's not me. Okay, just ignore it. I've been seeing that happen quite a lot with like other YouTubers, but I didn't actually think it would happen to me, but lo and behold, it already has. So today we're going to be talking, I know this is a couple days out, but I saw this, and because I've been a bit poorly, I basically just like watched the video, screenshotted the thumbnail so that I wouldn't forget, and just saved it on my phone, and I just went about my daily life until I actually felt better enough to film. But Love Meg basically returning to YouTube. Definitely parts of this that were quite emotional. She was obviously quite upset about things. I do think that this whole entire thing was just one great big ad.
If you want the real me, it's over on lovemeg.video. And I wanted to talk about the Black Friday sale that we have going on right now, because it's the best bang for your buck. So if you are thinking about going over to the website and seeing more of my content, then it is $48
to get people over for her Black Friday discount codes or whatever. And like I say, like, support your hustle, whatever. She's been trying to get people over to her membership for the longest time ever. I think that quite a lot of this video was her basically coming back on and wanting to just bring people over to her channel. Now, I have spoken about her leaving YouTube at length because she basically called out a load of creators, and she tagged me included. I mean, I was like one of the minor people that she was tagging, but I've definitely spoken about her before. I've not said anything that is untruthful, and to be honest with you, every single criticism I've ever had of Meg has been because of stuff that she's posted on her Instagram. Her YouTube never really, like, I don't know, aside from her doing the whole like PPP loans, and even then that isn't, it kind of is to do with her YouTube, but honestly, like, a lot of the stuff was just taken over from her Instagram. It's her just being absolutely just rude, just so unbelievably rude to everyone over on her Instagram. Sorry, literally just getting overheated there for a minute. Just not really, I don't know. So what she was basically saying was that she left YouTube because of course she doesn't feel happy. She felt like people were going after her and all of that. And once again, I'm literally, I hate repeating myself, but once again, this all stems from the fact that she was doing like crappy, horrible stuff, talking to her fans like crap, treating people like crap behind the scenes, and people were calling her out on it, saying that she left for her own mental health. And of course, like, if you need to leave YouTube for your own mental health, that is all good. But what I think the main problem was that other commentary channels and even her own fans were coming after her, telling her that she's being rude, telling her that she shouldn't have taken out those PPP loans, telling her that she shouldn't show her kids, and that sort of like people giving some maybe nasty criticism and then others quite constructive.
I really feel myself coming back to life, and I feel myself being more free in a way that I didn't even realize was being taken away from this platform. So I'm healing, and I'm still healing, because even making this video makes me very uncomfortable, whereas if I was over on my website, then I would feel fine and free and just, you know, like me and like myself. But here I don't, and I don't feel like I deserve that, and I don't feel like my viewers deserve that either, to kind of get a watered down, scared, uncomfortable version of me, and that's what you get on YouTube.
But what she's always done is she's always filtered her whole channel into like a little love box. So if you go on there right now, you'll just see tons and tons and tons of extremely positive comments, and you'll be like, am I literally living in a bubble? Am I the only person who thinks like this? But she has gone on to say that she pays someone who turns out to be Justin, her own husband, to basically filter and go through all of their comments. So they've just gotten rid of just anyone that even remotely disagrees with them. And if you do disagree with them, or if you ask too many questions, or if you probe a bit too much, she'll flag you up on her Instagram and she'll basically make a mockery of you. She'll basically take you over on Instagram and then she'll show it on her stories, and she'll then send her fans over to attack. And these things have happened quite recently, and I've noticed this as well, like people that were just trying to give some sort of constructive criticism. Meg can't handle that whatsoever. It just appears like she can't. So she says she left for her own mental health. She also says that apparently, you know, she wasn't able to be her normal happy, vibrant self, but then goes on to say that on her Love Meg video, she's reposting old content.
If you want the real me, it's over on lovemeg.video, and it's not just new content that's coming out, it's also the old videos that I had on YouTube. I just take them from YouTube and post them over there. We post those weekly. Old and new videos are getting posted weekly.
And the only thing that sprang to mind when she said that was, why are you reposting content where you weren't being your authentic, bubbly self? It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Why wouldn't you just want to start afresh? This also means that she has access to her old content, like she has the files saved up, backed up, whatever, or maybe they're just privatized. So why couldn't you just bring back the last couple of videos where you explain why you're going? Because she did make that video and everyone else was just commenting on it.
I wanted to get on here and kind of give you guys a life update, a little explanation about why I left YouTube. I'm not coming back to YouTube, but I just wanted to make a video that stays up on the channel, because when I left YouTube, I left kind of abruptly, in a way that, like, I posted the videos about why I was leaving and then I took them down like shortly after.
She's been going on and on and on, and she still goes on. She says, you know, I just want to put this to rest. I just want to make one video explaining why I'm not here. But the problem is that she has spent, I don't know how long she's been off YouTube, like months, it might have been a year. I don't know, like time literally flies over here on YouTube. I can't even remember. But she has been saying for the longest time, like giving reasons as to why she's leaving. She's been extremely snappy with people and made examples of them over on Instagram, like saying, I don't want to have to keep on explaining myself, blah, blah, blah. But then she has no problem bringing back this video after basically denouncing YouTube, saying, I don't feel safe here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. Titling it the way that she does, when really half of it was just a promotion for her Black Friday sale, which once again is fine, but why couldn't she just title it like lovemeg.video, blah, blah, blah. Instead, she has to be like, why I left YouTube and all of this, but then doesn't really go on to give us any more reason other than, oh, I was bullied off of YouTube, blah, blah. And I'm not saying that maybe, like, there's definitely been harsh words spoken about her. It hasn't come out of my mouth, and it may have come out of others. I'm not going to get into who said what and whatever. Like, there's definitely some people out there that really just don't appreciate the way that she is. At the end of the day, like, commentary channels can't change the minds of people that much. Like, you're going to have people that agree with what we're saying when we say that the way that she speaks to her followers, the way that they're both very, like, entitled, they're very, like, money grabby hungry. There is evidence to back that up, either in the courses that they're selling, the ridiculous prices, just this sense of entitlement that comes with that, the being extremely rude to fans. You know, all of these things everyone has proof for, and the most ironic thing is that all of those things have come from her Instagram. It's not even really from her YouTube. I've never gone onto Love Meg YouTube video to find any of this out. I literally just go onto her Instagram, and maybe she means that she just doesn't want to be on YouTube, so she doesn't see those kind of comments, but she must still watch YouTube to a certain extent. She was so adamant for such a long time that she was never, ever, ever going to come back to YouTube. And she's like, oh, I'll never say never because what this has taught me is da-da-da. And I just want to say, like, it looks like they're having a lovely time. You know, it looks like they're really, like, enjoying, and they're making it, like, the dogs are safe, they've gotten over to Europe. It looks like they're having an amazing time. Don't get me wrong, I'm not being here, like, salty and bitter. You know, I'm not going to be here all salty and bitter, like, oh, damn them, living their dreams, blah, blah, blah. But if they earn all of their money from social media, it's a very strategic game. They're her basically throwing all of her toys out the pram, denouncing YouTube, saying that she doesn't want anything to do with it anymore, calling everyone bullies. In it that they then need to promote something or try and get more money or whatever, they have no problem coming back to the place that they denounced. I think that I've never ever heard Meg say, look, I'm sorry for doing this, look, I'm sorry for treating people like this, look, I'm sorry for doing X, Y, and Z. And because she's never like held any accountability for that, it's incredibly hard to just accept anything really she has to say for any of the videos. It was just really bizarre. Like the way that I thought about it, it was a very emotional, heartfelt product promotion, an extremely like dramatic advertising video. That's basically it. That's literally that's quite literally all I thought about the whole entire thing.
Still very real to me, which is why I'm not interested in coming back at the moment. I will never say never, I feel like, because one thing that I have learned, let me try not to cry. I get so emotional because YouTube has always been so near and dear to my heart.
At some point she was like tearing up and getting all upset about it, but it's like, did she miss her fans, or did she miss the income that she was once able to receive for basically doing the minimal amounts of effort? Like I get it, like creating content can be draining and boring sometimes. Like, you know, I don't mean boring in the fact that you've like there, but you know, the editing process and stuff, like it's a bit of a slog, I get that, but she was able to basically clean her house and earn so much money doing it. And then once those views started dropping, I can't really work out if actually her anger is directed at the algorithm, which is what she says. She says, oh, it's the algorithm, but then it's also to do with people bullying her. She was going on towards the end of her YouTube channel life, going on about, oh, well, the algorithm's not in my favor, I can't post whatever I want, blah, blah, like I feel really restricted. And then the minute the views started dropping even more, she then just turned around and said, oh, I've been bullied off the platform. But truth be told, like, people weren't going hard after her as much as they were when the whole PPP loans came out. People were sort of a bit bored of what she was doing. All of the drama was coming over from Instagram. So her leaving YouTube really has had very little effect on people talking about her, because people don't talk about her YouTube channel, they talk about her over on Instagram. It didn't really make a lot of sense, and that's how I've always thought about it. I think it's much more to do with the fact that she was losing viewership, she was losing revenue, hence the reason why, you know, she got rid of it. She couldn't handle the fact that she didn't fail, because nobody stays on top forever, but she couldn't handle the fact that she wasn't as successful as she's always has been. She says she's been on there for a decade, but no one can stay on top like that forever. Saying some horrible stuff, the PPP loans, the plethora of other things that was happening behind the scenes that was then brought to light. Because of all of that, she then couldn't cope with it and she left, and she's now charging people, like, I've forgotten, $2,500 a month to learn how to be a boss babe or whatever's going on over there. This video could have just been titled something completely separate, basically just advertising her new channel, and that's just the way that this is just what I think. I have been covering her. She says in this video that she wants to do like Christmas decorations and stuff. She wants to decorate the house. I've talked about this before. Where the hell is she going to be putting all this Christmas stuff? This is my last video I did on her like a couple of weeks ago. I was confused. I was like, where the hell are you putting all this Christmas stuff? But we will find out. Time will tell. And it does look like they're having a really nice time. I'm not gonna like crap on that, do you know what I mean? It looks like they're having a lovely time. They're doing really nice experiences. I've been keeping up with what they're doing and stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if they want to do that kind of content, that's fine. But then I don't know why she's still trying to drag negativity into it. Like, she's already in Europe. She's living her best life. She doesn't need YouTube anymore. She doesn't need to do it. She didn't need to title a video like that, when in actual fact, all she wanted was just to get people over to the channel. And it shows, because over on her Instagram, she's doing the same, you know, code. She's being like, oh, come over, but she needed something that was really catchy to try and get people's attention to then sit through, and she's not giving you any more information. Like, people know the reasonings why you left, and there's just no point. Unless you're going to come back to YouTube, there's just absolutely no point in it, or at least just title it something differently. Right, those are just my thoughts and opinions on it. They're quite late and probably no one's interested at this point, but you know, have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I'll catch up with you guys in the next video.